This is the Menacing Millennials Podcast with two of your traditionally three hosts. Russ and Brent are here. My shirt makes my shoulders look so elevated. That's weird.
You have muscles.
Good look. Thank you for listening, folks. And welcome to the Friday episode where we get you ready for the weekend.
Like, yeah, we do.
That was an abrupt end to the music. My apologies.
We're like the pregame to the pregame.
I like that. That's good. That is what we are.
Exactly.
So,
I know you're wondering.
A question for you.
Again?
Again.
How many questions? Okay, what's up?
When you're going to something and you show up a little early.
Okay.
What do you do? Like, how do you handle that situation?
Usually I just make myself at home, undo the top button a little bit, make some room it's a dinner party, right?
There was no specific event.
Okay. No, I don't know. I usually try to make small talk with people. How's the weather? How's your mom? That type of. It's really embarrassing when they're like, "Oh, my mom passed 10 years ago." Well, not well, I guess.
Yeah, so she's, I guess, well or better off.
Yeah, a better place, I hope. But yeah, I usually just go, "Okay, I'm here, thank you," and then I go sit down. I did actually just arrive somewhere for a meeting early, and it was at an office. So I made I don't want to say small talk, but I asked the receptionist or the assistant or whatever the face of the company. I asked her, how long she's been there, if she likes it.
I think they're called administrative professionals.
Okay, we'll go with an administrative professional. And yeah, I mean, well, I first get there and I was like, "Hey, I'm here." She's like, "Great. Do you want a water or a coffee?" And I was like, "No, I'm good. Actually, you know what? I will take a cup of coffee." And just from there, I kind of looked around a little bit, and I was like, "All right, I'm not going to just sit here while she's sitting right there. I can talk to this person like a human being."
Oh,
and
that's what I talk. You'll actually go up and talk to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I have that personality. We talked about it, man. My wife hated that when we were dating. Well, she hates it now too, but I can talk. I can talk to people. I don't have any problem talking with people. When or the few chances that we get to go out on a date, I'll talk to the waiter or waitress. No problem. But I've been accused of flirting with them. And I'm like, he's not my type.
that poor guy. He really missed out.
Exactly.
That's probably better than my method, which is usually to kind of stand around awkwardly, make it look like I'm loitering someplace. Like you just, oh, look, there's something on the wall to read over here. Okay.
Please tell me, have you ever done the Marlboro Man pose on like one of the walls?
Well, first off, what's the Marlboro Man pose?
Like your back's up against the wall, you lift one leg and you put your foot up against said wall and you tilt your head down. Kind of like it's the cowboy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No,
Yeah,
I'm too afraid of putting my feet on people's walls because then I'm worried they're going to be like, "Oh, you scuffed up our wall." So, I'm sorry. I was waiting for this thing. Sorry.
I didn't say kick the wall.
Huh?
I didn't say kick the wall.
You don't have to kick it. Like your foot just rubs against it. It's like, oh, instant scuff.
Well, maybe you should start practicing what I practice. Every time I go to a meeting or I have to wait, I take off my shoes politely.
Do you really? Kind of in the Japanese tradition?
Especially where we live, man. In this time of season, You know how many puddles I would be soaking up with my
I
socks?
could see you doing it. Then she'd be like, "Hey, guys, I'm just gonna make myself at home here."
Just bloop, bloop. All right, let those babies air out.
What's that? What's that smell?
Who's cooking cabbage?
Ooh, okay, that might be delicious. People might be like, "Oh, I didn't know this was a potluck."
No, yeah, but I would prefer to talk to people than try to read
So
because I
you
read
take
out
the
loud.
engagement approach, whereas
Yeah,
I take the disengage at all costs approach, where it's
yeah,
I would rather look like a creepy person trying to like look inconspicuous than
sure.
engage with somebody.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Well,
want that. Don't talk to me. I'm a
yeah.
stranger. You don't talk to strangers. That's how your parents should have raised you.
How'd you hear about this? Oh, I talked to somebody online. Didn't know him. You talked to a stranger?
Yeah, it never works out well because as you kind of sit there, you look like somebody who's just loitering as you're trying to like find like, oh, I really need something to make me look like I belong here. Uh
You pick,
oh,
yeah.
look at that. Look at that. That's an interesting map on the wall. Oh, look, who's this guy? This guy, oh, okay. He was some affiliation with this place. Very cool. They kind of glance around like, have we started yet?
See, I don't like doing that because if I go, oh, who's this guy? And especially if like I'm at a job interview or something, they're like, oh, so you didn't do your homework on this company. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. My hand shown. My hand shown.
So just to show you why you're right, that is a bad idea. I was once I had gone to this audition for as to be they needed extras for a movie coming through town. And they had everybody you were waiting out. It was an incredibly hot day. By the time I got through the line, I was drenched in sweat. I can't imagine they would be like, "This is the guy. This is the guy we need in our background shot." Head to toe, drenched.
He comes
Maybe if it
prepared.
was a rainy scene, they'd be like, "Oh, we never get to see people drenched in water when they come
No.
in here. This is great. This is what we need, sir. Can you just produce your own rainwater?" Yes, sir, I
Oh,
can. Um, but
human juice.
yes, that's right. I'm sorry, human juice. So I go through the line and you fill out your information, but then you're mingling kind of inside. And somebody comes up to me and we shake hands and he's like, "Oh, so what brings you here? Blah, blah, blah." And I said, "Oh, so what do you do here?" "I'm the director." Uh-oh. So needless to say, I'm not sure if it was the sweating that caused me not to get a part or if it was the fact that I just didn't know who the director of the film was.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and he was a pretty well-known director too. It wasn't like Martin
Ooh,
Scorsese or anything or Spielberg, but
still you should have known.
I, it- yeah, I should have. It was an embarrassing faux pas.
Yeah. He introduced like he gave you his name, right?
Now I don't. Well, did he? I don't remember. I can't remember.
Okay. So it'd be worse if he like gave you his name and you're like, yeah, what do you do here? It's like, because like if an owner of a business came up and goes, hey, I'm so and so, and their name's like plastered on the building, like, oh, okay, I know you're important because your last name, I've seen it.
Well, let me just say this particular guy had just recently won an Oscar. Um, so yeah, probably
Yeah,
should have. If you're
you
gonna try
really,
to make it in some acting circles, you should probably know a thing or two about the people you come across.
you really did your homework.
Yeah, I did zero.
Oh my gosh. So you know what? Speaking of that, though, I was kind of thinking. I wanted to ask you this. Have you ever given an interview?
Like, been the one asking the questions.
Yes. Yes.
Are we talking job interview
Yes.
or okay, no, I have not. Nobody's ever
Okay.
entrusted me with that power.
Would you like to be the person giving a job interview?
I would be yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
How would that go for you?
Like, how would it go?
Yeah, like how do you think you would act in it? Like, would you be you or would you be like corporate you?
I don't know if I could be me in there because people don't always read my humor well, and it comes off as awkward and uncomfortable. Um, and you really don't want to make people awkward and uncomfortable. The nice thing about that is you're the one in the powerful position, though.
Right. Right.
They want to impress you. So even if you're awkward and uncomfortable, they still have to pretend like you're not.
Right. I was just thinking about it cuz, I I recently went to do an interview and we were getting close to the end of the interview and I asked the interviewee or the interviewer cuz I'm the interviewee.
Yes, yes.
I asked if what I was wearing would be okay for the office and he goes, "Yeah, looks good." And I was like, "All right." I was just curious and then I go, "I'm sorry. I didn't ask that to get a compliment." I was I'm just wondering if this is the type of thing that you
Do
and
you
then
think I'm pretty?
yeah, I'm like, "Oh my gosh." So I was thinking like, how would I interview somebody? I feel like I would be a complete goofball.
Mm, I would be
Like,
corporate Russ. There's corporate Russ.
yes.
And
Yeah,
he comes out in the professional business settings, and he's not a fun
no
guy.
nonsense.
He's very no nonsense.
No nonsense. All right.
No, it's very much like what was so funny about that?
Yeah.
You're gonna wear that to
See,
the office? No, we are business casual.
yeah. See, I think I would be like that weirdo. Well, first of all, I am that weirdo. But
Yeah.
I would be I'd be that weirdo that like goes out to the waiting room and like sits next to them like I'm also there for an interview.
You're like feeling out the candidates.
Yeah. I'd just be like, "Do you what do you know about this company? Like, do you really want to work here? It's a dog eat dog world out there." And like make them all nervous. And then just like stand up and be like, "All right, let's go to the interview." Like, "Oh no, I was just truthful with this guy."
Like an undercover boss situation.
Yeah, kind of. Only just just like goofing around, like sit there with a cup of coffee with them and just be like, "Yeah, oh my goodness, this company. Unbelievable."
I would do that. The problem is I would way overthink things. So I'd be like, "Oh, I have to get my fake mustache out and put that on." I'd have to be the full undercover boss in disguise, and then it would be. I'd have to set up the dramatic reveal where it's like, "But but it was me the whole time."
And I should have shaved before putting on that
Or
mustache.
why did I use super glue? Yeah, it
Yeah,
wouldn't. I don't think it would end well.
I don't like I think I would be a fun interviewer. I don't know how much I would like learn or they would learn about the company or how much I would actually learn about them.
You just
We
make
just
jokes the whole time. Nobody's
yeah,
actually told you anything about.
yeah, yeah.
Knock
And it's
knock.
just like well, and so part of knock knock. Who's there? But like part of my personality is like, I like to dress up. But when I dress up, I
Like a
like to have
girl?
no, like
Oh,
suits,
okay, sorry.
girl. There's no dress that can fit all this
No,
man
they
hair
don't
in this.
make them that big.
Um, but I like to wear fun socks because it's
Oh.
just like, yeah, what's up?
What do you define as a fun sock? Like, is it a
So,
sock with, like, Garfield on it saying, "I
yeah,
hate Mondays"?
yeah, something like that where it's like, if you look like, it's like, oh, he looks very well put together. And then like my pant leg lifts a little bit and they're like, ooh, look at his ankle. And they're like, oh, dang, he's wearing some pretty fun socks.
Well, this is a guy that I could, have a good time with.
Exactly. I was in
You
said
crack
interview.
open a beer in the interview, you want one?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It's too early. Here's a glass of whiskey. Um,
Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Beer before liquor, never been sicker.
am I right?
Uh, this guy gets it. You are what we're looking for.
Were you in a frat? I could tell. Um,
We just shotgunned that beer.
but like in the interview that I was in, I wore some festive socks, I get. Like it's
What festive socks did you wear? You keep saying
oh my
fun
goodness.
festive socks, but were they have like a Hanukkah menorah on them or something?
No, they were actually I have one close by if you want to see. Something like that.
Oh, Christmas lights.
Yeah. Um so I wore 'em, well, not those ones, but something like that into the interview. And the interviewer stood up and was walking around because there was a board. So he was at the board, and I turned and my pant leg was up because I was just trying to make sure I was engaged. And he's talking, he goes, "Hey, nice socks." I
Look at that.
was like, "Oh, thank you." Because for like I forget like what I forget what I put on because I'm not like, "Oh yeah, I put," and so I like looked down and I was like, "Oh yeah, thanks, man." He goes, "Yeah," and he showed me his and he had some festive socks on, and I was like, "Boom." I was like, "Two peas in a pod, sir."
You
Needless
can't
to
beat
say,
that. That was, I mean, obviously you made a good impression there.
yeah, I didn't get the job.
Yeah,
Probably shouldn't have shotgunned that beer, but
that'll do it every time.
but in all fairness, he asked what qualities I had, and I was just showing him.
That's a quality for sure. Not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah, I was like,
Maybe you
dude,
should have showed a little bit more of your sock if you catch my drift.
oh, showed
Well,
my garters holding my socks up.
and this is how I keep them up. Oh, I'm not wearing them today. Uh, my question is, if they don't, what if they don't notice the socks?
That's fine.
Do you have to like put your leg up on their desk or something? And
Just like put
like,
both feet up like you own it.
that's the best way to do it, I think.
Oh, I'm for sure getting this job. You see how assertive I am? This is my desk.
I'm acting like I have ownership already. That's the type of thing I bring to the table here. That's what I will
Ex-
bring to this company.
Exactly. Isn't this an employee-owned company? I'm
Yes,
owning.
it never is when they say it is. There's always still a boss.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. You have to answer to somebody.
Those employee-owned companies are the biggest grift I've ever seen. Oh no, you guys own it. What do I get from it? Well, you get some stock, but if you quit, like you don't own it anymore. But
Yeah, if you quit, you're gonna have to sell your stock and or sell it to us.
can I tell you what to do? No, no, no. I'm the CEO. But I thought I owned it. Yeah, but I'm the boss.
It was my idea, so you work for me.
Now give me an employee boss company. Hmm, that
Ooh.
one. That's the one
We
you
should
want. Not an
we
employee
should
owned. Anybody can
we
own a
should
company.
exactly. But we should set up a company where we rent well, where we lent out bosses. We're the
All right.
bosses of bosses. So if you need a
I like
manager
this.
for the day, it's like a substitute boss. You come to us, we provide the boss. Everybody's happy.
This is
We'll
perfect.
even
There's
have some
companies that need presidents and CEOs. We can provide
exactly.
it.
Exactly.
What are their qualifications? You give us money? That's the
Yeah.
qualification that we step in and we do it?
He said he went to Harvard. We vetted him really hard. He went to Harvard of New Hampshire, sire. But
Have you ever heard of Vanderbilt University? Yes. Did you go there? No, but I've also heard of it.
exactly that, that's the caliber of bosses that you're gonna get from our company, Bosco.
I've heard it's a top school.
Yes.
Bosco. I
Yeah.
love Welcome to Bosco Industries.
Mm. You can get one for $100 or you can get 10 for 50.
We're running a special.
I don't know. We're just out there. We're helping people help people helping people.
This is a great idea. We're taking all of our business acumen that we pour into this podcast, and we are putting it into your corporation. Whatever you do, we'll do it better.
Exactly.
We'll make it
Exactly.
better. We won't do it. We'll make it better.
Yeah, we'll make it better. I mean, we've heard of a lot of great places, right? I've have you ever heard of UCLA?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've been there.
What?
Yeah.
Did you get your degree from there?
Hmm. No, but I've been there.
I like just the, that's a great question. What a good looking question.
Define get. Define degree.
So I've been on the campus. I was escorted off the campus, but I was there.
You want to see my talent that I learned while I was there?
Do you have a keg here?
Possibly a ping pong table with some red Solo cups.
They have to be red Solo cups.
And preferably new ping pong balls.
Yeah, well, you gotta have new. Yeah, you got that's
They're extra bouncy.
extra. Yep.
Yeah. It just I was sitting there and I was thinking, man, how would the Menacing Millennial Podcast interview somebody for a job?
That's really interesting. Like I said, I don't think I have anything other than because my brain doesn't work like normal people's brains. So it would become like businessman Russ, professional Russ. There's no fun Russ in that world. It
I
would, it, it would not, it wouldn't go well. Like, it wouldn't be like, they would be wondering like this guy might have a mental problem. He might need to see a shrink. Um,
or
but
two.
it's going to be very professional.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing is like that was another thing I was wondering is like, are we going to keep the same personalities? I was thinking to myself, I feel like Russ would like bust out and act like he's a thesaurus or like a dictionary
You got
and
to start using big words. Yes.
all these big words, and no one will know what he's talking. He won't even know what he's talking about.
No, you know me well because I always get myself into trouble because I'll start talking. And once the first big word comes out, that one's usually used correctly. But then I get stuck in this like rut. It's like I went on a detour all of a sudden. And I'm starting to say big words that I've no idea why. I'm not sure why I'm using this here. And internally, it's like, I'm not sure what I'm saying. Like, what am I doing? It's abort, pull up, pull up. But externally, it's like, and the qualification of the parameters at the existential supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah, and then the beauty of that, though, is most people, when they hear big words, they think, I should know what he's talking about. Yes,
Yeah,
of course. Yes, quite right. Quite right.
they don't ever want to call you out because then it's like maybe there's another definition to that word that I don't know.
You're never 100% sure. And so when people start using big words, you're like, I'm not confident to call him out.
Everyone. So I've done that a couple of times. Somebody's used a big word, and I go, "No, dude, I don't think that's the word." And they'll tell me what the word means. I'm like, I don't think you're right. And then I'll look it up, and I'm like, all right, well, I feel like an idiot. I'll see myself out. Thank you.
That's on
I'm
me.
done.
That's on me.
That's why I hate playing Scrabble. I'll put at fox.
Dude.
Somebody puts in like equestrian, and I'm like, you're making up words.
How does that even work there? I don't even know where you got that from.
Yeah. It's like I don't even think you spelled it right. There's no K in equestrian.
But you're not confident enough to call them out. That's the problem. You need to build your confidence, Brent.
I know. I need to start reading the dictionary more.
And this is coming from a very unconfident man.
Yes. There's nothing like getting sage advice from somebody that has no idea about the advice they're giving.
Yeah, that's you know what. But to be fair, most of life is made up. Nobody knows what they're talking about. Once you get into like real life, you realize that the majority of people don't actually know what they're talking about. They're just talking because that's what people do.
Right. Well, and you want to fit in. So you start talking and you're like, "Oh no, I'm saying things out loud. I probably shouldn't say, oh, well, there it goes.
Too late now. Whoops.
Like, I'm an adult."
I miss being a
Like, kids can
child
do
and
whatever
having an
they want.
adult to deal with all of that for me.
Yeah. I was just about to say, kids can say whatever they want. We think it's adorable. Uh, it's just like, oh, that's hilarious. I mean, they might even drop a naughty word, and you're like,
That's the
adorable.
funniest.
Oh yeah, it is. One of my kids, when they were toddlers and learning how to talk, dropped a word. I was laughing so hard, and my wife goes, "That's not good. They can't be learning that." And I go, "I'm kind of hoping they drop it in front of some family members because that would be hilarious." She goes, "That would not be hilarious." I'm like, to me, hilarious. Needless to say, they never did, so
Oh,
I
that's a
never got a
shame.
good laugh.
You're not a very good parent then, obviously.
I know. I and then sh my wife would text me, again, child is very young, and she goes, "Hey, so and so just said, the D word." I go, "Well, that's not good." I was
Which
like,
one is that?
you know,
Huh.
darn.
Yes.
No, because you never censor me. You censor yourself all day long.
What? Oh, I'm crushed that you would accuse me of such. Oh, Brent.
Where's my where's my fainting couch?
Oh,
Um, but I text back. I was like, "Well, this is, we need to correct this." And then I backed up. I erased that text and I go, "Was it used in proper context?" And she she texts back, "Yes." And I was like, "Can't be mad.
it's a
Can't be
proud
mad."
moment. They used it correctly.
I was like, "Yeah." I was like, at least they don't sound like a foreigner trying to swear and just throwing words wherever they want. They used it in a good context. I can't be mad. So, uh, needless to say, the homeschooling is going very well.
Oh, yeah, you're teaching them a lot of good things. A lot of good things.
Exactly. It's the C before the K, sweetie. C before the K.
But yes, he is one of those. Uh,
Yes.
well,
Yes.
Brent, any last words?
Hey, go out this weekend, have a great time, and send us a picture of your best Marlboro Man impression you can do. Scuff up some walls.
We are not responsible for any walls that get scuffed up.
Yeah, and don't try to send us the bill. No,
No.
be a grown up and don't scuff a wall. Just do it correctly.
Yes, it shouldn't be that hard, right?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Throwback to Wednesday. We'll do a YouTube tutorial on how to pose correctly. It's
That's
pretty
good.
easy.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh,
Oh, it's that time.
it's my time. Getting the hook, huh?
Yeah, you're getting. We're trying to play you off here before you get too much into the weeds again. We thank you folks for listening. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, John will be back.
Hopefully.
If you like this podcast, share it with your friends. You can follow us on X. Just search for the Menacing Podcast. You can find us on Facebook. Just search for the Menacing Millennials. Or you can email us if you're not into that whole social media thing. Looking at you, Brent. menacingpodcast@gmail.com. You can find this podcast anywhere podcasts are available. Or if you're inclined to see our lovely faces, angelic, some have said, then you can watch the show on Spotify or on YouTube. So thank you for listening and share it with your friends.
One last thing. It is a cardigan. Thanks for noticing.